On this episode of CityView, the plain truth. The city now has a freeway to wait for airport passengers. The H2O soon will flow as construction progresses at the newest water treatment plant, and a date is set to flip the switch. Thousands will see the tree. Thanks for joining us. I'm Renee Tejas. Have you ever gone to pick someone up at Austin Bergstrom International Airport and their plane is running just a little late or their luggage is not quite yet ready? So maybe you loop around once, twice, maybe even 3 times. Well, now you don't have to get all, well, loopy. That's because there's a new cell phone waiting area for passenger pickup, which recently began operations at ABIA. The waiting area is designed to allow those picking up travelers to park and wait free of charge until their passenger arrives, has their luggage, then calls to be picked up, all without sending harmful vehicle exhaust and emissions into our air.
It's great to have something like this, That way you just park here, wait, your 15 minutes to a half hour, whatever it is, and then you drive over and pick them up.
The cell phone waiting area is located conveniently close to the terminal, a drive just seconds away from the lower level curbside pickup area. And while you have a new waiting area we'll hope you'll use, the taxi cab drivers that are waiting for guests visiting Austin and those of us that need to take a cab from the airport to somewhere, or maybe don't have friends to pick us up, well, those cab drivers now have a place to wait until they are needed. ABIA also recently celebrated the grand opening of its new air-conditioned taxi cab driver waiting area. Amenities include covered parking, a business lounge, workout space, and a recreation area with a basketball goal, allowing the cab drivers the possibility of physical activity while they're placed in a queue to wait for the passengers. The facility utilizes high-energy mechanical, electrical, and plumbing efficiency systems.
I think the drivers are really happy with the new facility, and they're able to come out today and kind of show their appreciation to the city for the new facility that we built.
The building is in the process of being LEED certified, which stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, a designation by the U.S. Green Building Council, which means the building meets green building design, construction, operations, and maintenance solutions. This would be a first at ABIA, as the covered parking area has been designed to accept solar panels. And the city is well into building the newest water treatment plant as the project continues on schedule and on budget. At this point in the project, construction is expanding from the plant site to Lake Travis along the route of the Jollyville Transmission Main, which will transport water from the plant to the Jollyville Reservoir. So far, this multifaceted project is meeting its projected goals while exceeding environmental safety standards.
Every day, there is visible progress on the construction phase of Water Treatment Plant 4. If you visited Lake Travis recently, you may have seen the huge barge at the foot of the Oasis restaurant. It's just a quick boat trip from Keller Marina to where crews are doing all the necessary prep work needed to drill and install the treatment plant's raw water intake system in the deepest part of the lake. This system is the first step in the water treatment process and will use gravity to take in water and deliver it to a pump station. The entire WTP4 project is monitored by Environmental Compliance Manager Robin Smith, who is on site daily to ensure that the project is meeting its contractual environmental obligations.
This is just a best management practice and just being environmentally responsible and thinking about all the possibilities early on, the design process, and then incorporating all these requirements into the contract so that the contractor has boundaries that he has to exist in.
Workers at the pump station are making good progress. They have drilled 350 feet of an ultimately 425-foot deep shaft that will bring in water from the lake, along with the tunnel that will then convey the raw water up to the treatment plant. More than 250 workers are now on site, placing concrete, erecting walls, and installing utilities while maintaining an exceptionally safe construction zone. Construction crews are also hard at work preparing for the tunneling of the 6.5-mile-long Jollyville Transmission Main that will transport treated water to the distribution system. Tunnel shafts are now being constructed at the 4 Points shaft site and the Jollyville Reservoir shaft site. WTP4 is on schedule and on budget to be complete by 2014. In its first phase, it will be capable of producing 50 million gallons of treated water per day. It also has the ability to be built out to eventually produce 300 million gallons of water a day. The overall project price tag, $508 million.
For more information on the water treatment plant, visit their website. And now for the latest City of Austin Council action. Here's an update.
Council authorized nearly $2 million for renovations at the Deep Eddy Pool Complex. The walls of the pool will remain intact, but the floor, decks, and piping will be replaced to maintain structural stability and provide a better experience for swimmers. There will also be a separate project to build a pavilion-like structure near the already existing bathhouse. Work on the project is scheduled to begin in mid-November and be mostly completed by the end of March next year. Council also approved funding for the purchase, assembly, and distribution of bicycle lights. Funds come through a grant from the Texas Department of Transportation. The grant will pay for front and rear bicycle light sets and an informational card about safety and legal requirements for using lights when riding a bicycle at night. Council approved a contract for the purchase of pet supplies for animals at the new Austin Animal Center, which opens its doors this month. The supplies will include collars, leashes, harnesses, toys, and other related supplies and equipment. And while collars and leashes won't help Austin's bees, Council wants to know what the city can do to reverse the decline in the local honeybee population. It's estimated that bee pollination of agricultural crops accounts for about 1/3 of the U.S. diet, and the value of honeybees as pollinators is estimated to be about $15 billion per year. The council directed the city manager to work with the Central Texas Bee Rescue, other stakeholders, and city staff to identify parts of the city ordinances that may be contributing to the decline of honeybees. The council expects a report back in about 6 weeks on any amendments to the city code that would make relocation of honeybees the first step before destroying their colonies, and while ensuring the public's health and safety at all times. In all, Council considered 107 items at its November 10th meeting. Its next regularly scheduled meeting will be for December 8th. For CityView, I'm Samantha Park.
Did you know that the Zilker holiday tree has more than 3,000 light bulbs on it? You see, it's all about what you know. So know that on December 4th, eyes will light up as we debut the 2011 Zilker holiday tree on the lawn of Zilker Metropolitan Park. This year's lighting will also kick off Austin Holiday Fest, a multi-day holiday celebration that will replace the Trail of Lights for 2011.
As you know, the City of Austin initiated a competitive process for a private partner to come on board to help us with managing, organizing, coordinating, and producing our holiday event.
Hi everybody, my name's Amy Vercruz. I'm co-executive producer of the holiday event along with Candace Miller of Bright Blue Marketing Incorporated. The 2011 holiday event is going to take place at Zilker Tree. We're going to reach out to community groups to perform. We're going to reach out to Santas to be on site, food vendors, and novelty vendors. The event will be free to the public and very family friendly. It will take place here in Zilker Park at the Holiday Tree. We are looking for volunteers and sponsors to partner with our event. We have established great relationships. We've reached out to the community a lot for both of those things, and we're very thankful for the community support that we've got.
Anyone interested in volunteering, sponsoring, or being a vendor for the Holiday Fest 2011 can contact Bright Blue Marketing at 512-348-7245. Hey, that's all for this edition of CityView. I'm your host, Renee Tejas. Our next episode premieres Friday, November 25th. Thanks for watching.